The following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting at Western Illinois University.
Coming up on Live at 4, 2 men are behind bars after a car theft that happened over the weekend. We have the details. And the warm weather has remained pretty consistent over the past few days, but what will the rest of the week call for? Stay tuned for your full weather forecast. And many people are guilty of procrastinating, but researchers have found some lasting effects of this practice. Stick around to hear more on that story. All that and more right now.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
Now, good afternoon. A car theft in Macomb ends with both the alleged thief and the car's owner behind bars.
News 3's Johnny Cather joins us in the studio to tell us how this story unfolded.
So, Johnny, what are police saying about the incident?
Okay, Mario, Franny, Macomb police say the incident started at the Forum when the 2 men involved were waiting in line to get into the club. Macomb police tell us that 24-year-old William Spann of Chicago Heights stole his roommate's car while his roommate, Blake Brown, stood in the line. Police say that Brown asked Spann to grab his ID, and after Spann went to the car, he never returned. Macomb police say they became aware of the theft when Spann crashed the black Chevrolet into several trees in the 900 block of South Randolph. The crash caused extensive damage to Brown's car, including a missing tire and missing door handles. Officers say Spann left the scene before they got there. A witness at the scene described the suspect to police. They said he made a phone call and then fled the scene. Later, police told us that Brown and Spann got into a fight at the Forum where Brown was arrested on a battery charge. Police arrested 23-year-old Blake Brown of South Holland at the Forum, along with Spann, following the altercation. Officers tell us that Brown's roommate, William Spann, matched the witness's description of the car's driver. Both men were booked at the McDonough County Jail early Sunday morning following the incident. Back to you guys.
All right, Johnny, thank you. Now, the filing deadline is just 1 day away for your income taxes, and you have until tomorrow to file a return with the IRS or file for an extension that gives you an extra 6 months of paperwork. Now, you still have to pay your taxes on time. We talked to officials at WIU. They tell us that the university does not offer free tax services through the accounting department like they used to. But if you're looking for local tax preparers, several businesses in the city of Macomb provide filing services.
A lack of grant money is causing a delay in the work on Macomb's downtown district. Macomb's Committee of the Whole met Monday night to discuss recommendations on the downtown revitalization project. When talking about what can be done to get the project underway, most speed bumps pointed toward money. Mayor Mike Edmonds spoke passionately about the setbacks the city council is facing with the revitalization.
Although I am frustrated, disappointed, several emotions come into play, is that I do understand that if we're going to do it right, it will absolutely depend on some grant funding from the state to get it done right.
The Committee of the Whole also mentioned a possibility of removing medians at the downtown square in the coming year. Mayor Inman told us that the removal would be a good start in the downtown revitalization project. And moving to weather, cloudy skies are expected to continue for the next few days, giving way to a few spring storms. So when will you need that umbrella? News 3's Nick Stewart is at the Storm Team 3 Weather Center with a look at the first forecast.
Nick, what's it look like?
Well, I mean, we've been dealing with these clouds pretty much all day, but it's not doing too much to hurt our temperatures. Pretty nice, warm spring day out there. Look outside shows we are at 65 degrees at this hour. The conditions right now are a little bit on the drier side of things, only 25% humidity, again with that east wind blowing in at 5 miles per hour. Looking across the tri-state region, you can see these clouds moving in from the south, moving into our region. That's because the storm system is off to our south. That's what's going to bring our rain chances through the week. The broader view shows those rain showers well off to the south along the Gulf Coast, and that's what's heading our way. But again, the cloud cover and the potential rain is not doing much to affect our temperatures. We are in the mid-60s, Macomb sitting at 65, with Keokuk sitting at 68. We'll take a look at your full weather forecast in just a couple of minutes and when you will need an umbrella. Back to you guys.
All right, Nick, thank you for that. And with all this weather business going around, hopefully the nice weather will return. Hopefully we won't have these rainstorms that you're talking about in the forecast. Give you an excuse to go visit Ball 4. The entertainment center on East Jackson will be opening up back for the summer tomorrow. The Macomb Park District announced yesterday on its Facebook page that Ball 4 will be open daily from noon to 10 p.m. The location has driving ranges, mini golf, batting cages, basketball, and even beanbag toss. Nick touched on this just a moment ago. A slight chance of rain is expected for tomorrow, late in the afternoon.
Some faculty members at WIU are urging the school to take action to reverse the decline in the number of women studying STEM subjects. Now, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. Chemistry Department Chair Rose McConnell says many female students who start out studying those subjects end up changing their major. She feels they simply need more encouragement. McConnell says she empathizes because she studied science when few women took those classes.
I know how it is, and so I want to support the efforts of the students at this point to make it easier for them.
McConnell says Western Science Department will provide scholarships, one-on-one peer mentoring, career counseling, and travel grants to the STEM students. McConnell says there's also a national initiative that encourages women to consider careers in STEM fields.
Campus Bookstore is looking to change its entire business model. Rising prices drove store director Jude Kaya to propose a new system very similar to that of high schools. All students would pay the same flat fee and receive all of their books. Now, under the proposal, every individual would receive all of their materials by day one of classes. Kaya says prices would likely go down because the bookstore would essentially buy the textbooks in bulk. Kaya hopes to phase in the new system starting next January and bring it into full use by fall of 2016.
The 2015 Cancer Fundraiser Relay for Life have so far raised $15,000 in donations here at WIU. Organizers also say 7 Macomb restaurants participated in a week-long effort to help the cause. Another fundraiser on campus will benefit the Special Olympics this Saturday. University Relations says Eta Sigma Gamma will sponsor their Color Craze 5K race at Western Illinois University. Color stations will be set up at the race where participants will be covered in safe and edible paint. There will also be food, music, and prizes as well. Registration is now $50 per person.
Student insurance looks to skyrocket in price next year. The price will increase by 47.5%. Students will pay $223 more each semester. Officials say Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois claimed they had to make the increase because fewer students enrolled in the insurance program than last year. Students can waive the insurance by submitting a form to the Butte Health Center proving they have ample insurance through their own provider. Forms will be available in June.
Since the invention of the printing press, newspapers have been one of the prime means of communication. With the introduction of the internet, the newspaper industry has been forced to adapt. Operating Vice President of Lee Enterprises, Kevin Mowbray, says that the changes have been for the better.
Now we can, break something on Twitter, we can break something on Facebook, we can break something on our own locally owned and operated websites or mobile devices. So it's been really terrific for our industry.
Mowbray oversees operations such as stltoday.com and the Suburban Journals of Greater St. Louis. Mowbray visited WIU today to speak to students about the future of digital media.
Western Illinois University brings a night of music, cash bars, tailgating, and snacks to campus. The official Rocky on Parade 2015 kicks off with Artist Draft, where 23 sponsors will select concepts that various artists have represented. Sponsors will be assigned their draft order based on the timing of their sponsorship. Draft will be on April 21st from 5 to 6:30 p.m. in the University Union Heritage Room.
And are you having trouble sleeping?
Well, you might want to reach for the thermostat. Still ahead, what new studies have found may help those tossing and turning at night that just want to get some relaxing shut-eye.
And later, the story of one college athlete who may have spoken too soon.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Stories, they happen everywhere. At NEWS3, we go the distance and tell them firsthand. Across the region,
the tornado tore through a neighborhood in Washington, Illinois.
Across the state.
Here at the state capitol in Springfield for the gubernatorial race.
Across generations.
We have a lot of people that are very dedicated. We're all volunteers.
The stories that inform us, the stories that move us, the stories that matter from a fresh perspective.
I think NEWS3 is great. It's all one common goal. Everybody's trying to be #1. Last year we were #1 in the nation. We beat out Florida and Oklahoma. I get to work with so many professionals. It's a really great experience, and they're always there to help, and it's just all around fun. Jasmine Crichton really does make it a real life experience that most schools maybe not, they don't offer that.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit. I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
That's low. That's low and blue.
Now from Macomb in high definition, you're watching Franny Smith, Mario Calero, Storm Team 3's forecast with Emily Manley, and sports with Danny Fry. Live at 4 continues.
If you have trouble sleeping, a cool breeze might help. In today's Health Minute, CNN's Karen Kafa looks at why a bit of fresh air can help you get your Z's.
Sleep in cooler climates. The fresh air can have a cooling effect, which can make you feel relaxed and comfortable. That, in turn, can make you feel sleepy. A slight drop in your body temperature when you hit the sack can signal to your brain that it's time to sleep. An open window helps a lot. If you can't sleep with an open window, for example, if you live in a noisy environment or if you're sensitive to allergens like pollen, a white noise machine or earplugs can help. Experts add changes in season can affect your sleep, so it's best to keep your bedroom at a consistent and comfortable temperature, somewhere between 60 and 68 degrees. Other tips for a good night's sleep include taking a hot shower or bath before bed. Set a routine bedtime. Don't go to bed hungry, and keep that cell phone or tablet out of the bedroom. For today's Health Minute, I'm Karen Kafa.
On the list of bad ideas, this story probably ranks just behind robbing a police station. A man in West Palm Beach is currently facing charges of grand theft auto. The car he stole, none other than the SUV of his own employer, NBC affiliate WPTV. The website Gossip Extra is reporting this man was found by police passed out at the wheel of the news car. But the man told police he didn't steal the car. It was this man, studio cameraman Tracy Matthews. The report says police called the station's news director, and Matthews was not even allowed to drive station cars, much less steal them and loan them away. Needless to say, Matthews no longer works at the station. He's been fired after just 2 weeks on the job.
College is an institution of learning, developing, but ask students around campus and they'll tell you it's filled with a lot of procrastination. And of course, putting off work is never a good thing for the grades, but some researchers believe they've just discovered some long-term effects of procrastination. Come on. What is it about homework that makes students want to do just about anything else in the world besides studying? I mean, I hate doing laundry.
It's not, some of it's not necessarily hard, it's just maybe it's not due today.
I would rather do anything than homework. Like if I had to pick one over the other, I would never pick doing homework over anything.
Don't you have a paper to write?
How did he know I'm supposed to be writing an essay?
Well, for the sake of your heart, it's time to put that pen to paper. Researchers at Bishop's University in Quebec studied around 1,000 people and found the same ones who tested as procrastinators were the same people who showed more symptoms of colds, headaches, indigestion, and yes, even heart troubles. So maybe it's not exactly cause and effect, but why is this correlation seen? Is it the stress that these individuals are experiencing? Well, yeah, that's exactly what researchers are thinking.
I felt the thrill. I liked that I was more challenged because I always had the really easy classes. Like I didn't care about.
So we can neither confirm nor deny that this story was put together at the last minute. You get the joke. But I can confirm that those cheese sticks in that video were indeed delicious. Now, I didn't know there was a procrastination test, but I think I would score pretty poorly.
I would also.
Yeah,
Guilty of procrastinating.
let's put off this tease and I'll let you take care of it.
Well, then I'm gonna let you take care of it, and then we just won't have a show. All right. Tree pollen levels have been consistently high, affecting those who suffer from seasonal allergies.
Stay tuned for the complete Storm Team 3 forecast from the non-procrastinator Nick Stewart next.
When the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move? In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child. We will not wait any longer. In front of a crowd. Mine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it. While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed ours. Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Storm chasing, how was it?
Uneventful locally, thankfully. We didn't have too much in our neck of the woods, but further up north was a totally different story.
Those are brutal.
Yeah, very strong tornadoes there. But again, I'm filling in for Emily today. She's enjoying the beautiful weather in Las Vegas while I'm stuck here in Macomb. Taking a look outside right now, though, it's not terrible. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies. Warm temperatures, though, for spring, 65 degrees. Again, dry conditions for us, only 25% humidity. There's nice easterly wind blowing at 5 miles per hour. Look across the region, you can see the storm system moving in from the south. A lot of that cloud cover, a lot of that moisture is starting to build up into the tri-state region. That's starting to build in the humidity that could provide us rain showers the next few days. But looking at temperatures, you can see where the warmth is. A lot of that warm air is just flowing north from the Gulf of Mexico. We might be dry, but we are fairly warm. Again, we've had clearer skies off to our north as well. 70 degrees right now in Davenport. Chicago's in the mid-60s at this hour. For today and tonight, we're looking at this storm system that's off to our south. We've got a trailing front. A lot of this moisture is overrunning that front position that's well off to our south. That's why we're dealing with this cloud cover. We are expecting to see maybe a few showers here and there throughout the early morning hours tomorrow. Again, that will continue into basically the midday tomorrow as well. We're expecting cloud cover, perhaps a stray shower or two through the afternoon. Not really high probabilities. They'll be very isolated throughout the entire region, but temperatures will be fairly nice. Temperatures will be billing into the mid-60s. We're kind of squeezed between a low pressure off to our east and a high pressure off to our east and a low pressure off to our west. That's what's allowing these southerly winds blowing into our region. Very beautiful conditions moving into the weekend. But on Thursday, we got to start clearing out just a little bit more. We've got a frontal position well off to our west. That's going to be the main storm system, but that's not really moving our way anytime soon. Not dealing with much rain from that. But again, we could be still dealing with just a few of these little pop-up showers and thunderstorms thanks to the very humid conditions they'll be building into play. But again, temperatures building in near the 70 mark by Thursday. Very beautiful conditions moving into the end of our week. For tonight, though, we're going to get down about 44 degrees. That is right around our normal conditions. Clouds will be increasing. Again, a chance for a shower or two. For tomorrow, though, I should say tomorrow, partly sunny skies. The winds start picking up as well. We'll get to about 67 degrees. Winds blowing at about 25 miles per hour. 5-day forecast shows a warming trend heading into the weekend. Up to 73 degrees for your day on Friday with your chance of showers and thunderstorms. That's our greatest chance of showers and thunderstorms is not until Friday. But again, a little shower here or there for the next 2 days. But again, pretty warm conditions out there. Not too bad.
I'm like in the 70s.
Yeah, the 70s always make me happy this time of year.
Yeah, just slowly creeping up.
Yes, indeed. So,
it's awesome.
Thank you guys.
Can't wait.
Tyler Reddy's here with us now. Danny's out covering baseball.
That's right. Coming up next in sports, I have results from a record-setting Lee Calhoun track meet over the weekend. And Leatherneck baseball results from today as well, plus the St. Louis Cardinals look to pick up a win against the Brewers in their home opener. All that and more is next on Live at 4.
To make it 3-2. The rare 20-30 man. And he hits this down the left field.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And shelter pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
What did you want to be when you grew up? Now, how do you make it happen? Think purple, think success, think Western Illinois University.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hello, Western Illinois. I'm Tyler Eddy in for Danny Fry with sports. One of the biggest track and field meets of the year took place this past weekend at Hanson Field. Day 3 of the 26th annual Lee Calhoun track meet was a special one for Western Illinois. The men's and women's track and field teams combined for more than 25 top 10 finishes for the entire meet. If that wasn't enough, the athletes also combined to set more than 20 personal records in various events. Of the 25-plus top 10 finishes, 10 finished in the top 3. And after splitting the series in the first 2 games, the Western Illinois softball team was determined to get the series win over IUPUI in Game 3 on Sunday. Leah Romeo and Tierney Bettino each smacked one over the wall, but it wouldn't be enough to get past the Jaguars. The Leathernecks fell 6-3 and moved to 13-15 on the year and 3-6 in the Summit League. In the circle, Casey Hart pitched 2 innings and gave up 5 earned runs while striking out just 1. The Leathernecks will take on the Mizzou Tigers in a doubleheader tomorrow afternoon at Mary Ellen McKee Stadium. And if you like baseball, you're in for a treat. The Leatherneck baseball team just wrapped up Game 1 against the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee at Alfred D. Boyer Stadium. Freshman southpaw J.T. Baksha got the nod from head coach Ryan Brownlee. Baksha pitched 5 innings, giving up 3 hits and 4 runs, just 1 earned. J.J. Reimer had a day at the plate, going 2 for 2 with a ribby and a walk with 2 runs scored. Leathernecks won Game 1 6-4. In Game 2, Ryan Bradley will give the ball to senior right-hander Nick Smith for his second start of the season. Smith has appeared in just 7 games for the Purple and Gold this season and has pitched 12 2/3 innings, allowing 19 hits and 23 runs, 16 of those earned. And the St. Louis Cardinals are off to a slow start in 2015, but have managed to remain at .500 just 6 games into the season. Yesterday was the home opener for the Birds, and they would face off against division rival Milwaukee. Top of the 6th, all knotted up at 2 until Aramis Ramirez, the Cardinal killer, grounds to Peralta at short, which allows Ryan Braun to score the go-ahead run to put the Brewers up 3-2. And Milwaukee would score 2 runs in the 7th to pad that lead. Carlos Gomez hits one down the left field line for an RBI double as Scooter Gannett comes in. Then it's Jonathan Lucroy who reaches on an infield single. Colton Wong commits his second error of the day, and that scores Gomez from second. Cards trying to rally in the bottom half. Here's Johnny Peralta. Hits an RBI double to right, and 2 mats. Holiday and Adams come around to score to put the Birds within 1, but the Brewers would hold on to win the game by a score of 5-4. And Brewers improved to 2-5 on the young season. Wainwright 7 innings, 8 hits, just 4 strikeouts. Carlos Gomez went 2 for 4 with an RBI for Milwaukee. And moving north, many Cubs fans believe this year is the year for the boys in blue. Sunday, Dexter Fowler was the unlikely hero against his former team, Colorado. What would Monday bring against the Cincinnati Reds? Reds looking to bounce back after losing 2 games to the Cardinals at home. John Lester on the mound for the Cubs. Top 6, Reds up 5-3 till Zach Cozart hits the ground ball to short. Cubs can't turn the double play, and Jay Bruce comes in to score from third. Bottom 8, Reds with a 6-4 lead. That is until Jorge Soler cranks one deep to left center field for the 2-run jack. And that ties it up at 6. Soler finished with 3 hits on the night for the Cubbies. And then we move to extras, and former Peoria Chief Arizmendi Alcantara sends the fans home with this walk-off RBI single, and the Cubs win it 7-6. And guys, they're on top of the division in the Central for the first time in a while. So we'll see if that lasts going on into April and May.
Well, I know Johnny was giving you a hard time about that
He
earlier.
was, but we'll talk about that.
We'll discuss. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Tyler. Coming up, a runner for the University of Oregon may have gotten a little cocky at the Pepsi Team Invitational this weekend.
We'll have more after the break.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. HSF.net.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Connor is struggling in school.
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers, dirty looks. School's out for summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
Ready for a facepalm moment? Take a look at this. This took place at the Pepsi Team Invitational in Oregon this weekend. University of Oregon's Tanji Pepio started celebrating his win a little too early, and it cost him the race just there. It snuck from behind. You can see him here trying to fist pump, and, you know, can't amp up the crowd too early.
University of Washington's Marin Simon saw an opportunity to take the lead, and he succeeded. Pepio says that in the future he will make sure to wait to celebrate until after he has won.
Oops.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, well.
Poor
Pretty
guy.
embarrassing, I would
Poor
say.
guy. All right, Nick, what do you got for us for final weather?
I'll take one quick look at your weather forecast. For tonight, we'll get down to about 44 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, we'll get up to about 67 degrees with breezy easterly winds blowing in about up to 25 miles per hour. 5-day forecast shows a warming trend with a chance of showers for the next few days.
All right, thanks, Nick.
Yep.
That's all the time we have for today, but we're back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Callie and Judge will join Franny here for the latest headlines around the area on Good Morning Macomb.
Stay up to date with us on social media, News 3 WIU. But until then, for Nicholas Stewart, I'm Franny Smith.
And for Tyler Eddy, I'm Mario Calero. Have a great evening.